This video is a segment from the live stream linked in the description below. If you find it useful, be sure to like it. But if you'd like to join the conversation, subscribe and turn on notifications to be notified when we go live the next time. I'd love to see you there. Until then, I hope you enjoy this video. It's like making function blocks inside of a function block. So I'm going to make a static variable called rate. I can rate timer, and I'm actually going to make this an IEC timer. And if you're familiar with what this IEC timer is it is an actual timer like controlling absolutely everything. It is a function block itself. It is a built-in function block, and we are now making a version of that available inside this block. So you're making a timer inside of this block. So if you bring this block in, it has everything that it needs in order to work. And so what we want to do is we want to come in now, and every second, and we're going to go this parameter instance. So you can either, let's see, multi-instance should be it, right? Rate timer, yes. So it creates the TON, and it's using this IEC timer up here that's in our static memory. Now, if you accidentally don't know what to do there, you can always just drag this over here and connect that, and it's all good. So we come in here and we're going to set, we can either do it this way, T pound 1s as a fixed value, because we're wanting it every second. I want to spend the last bit of time talking about these, what's it called? PLC data types, custom data types, and the overlaying function, bit overlaying, and then yeah, it definitely does help to actually see how it's gonna be going through. And so the I'm gonna shift over to this stuff. So I'm gonna show you, we're gonna create this status parameter, and we created this status here in a word. And so what I want actually out of this, I'm gonna flip back over to I want to write on my pad with an actual pencil. All right, so what I'm going to do for this status word, can you actually see this? Yes. I probably need a bigger brush. Yep, there we go. Status word. So the reason I want to create this is I want to take and make a word, 16 bytes, and then create, I don't even know if that's actually enough, but I want this to be, I want it to be a full bit, like full, 3/4, 1/2, 1/4, and then empty, like these statuses. So and the reason I want that is because, yeah, sure, I can use this level %, but if I have some sort of function that's like a slowdown function, and I want to like add in, say, if I get down to 1/4% or a quarter on my actual in a bin, I want to slow down the process, or I want to slow down the feed, the out feed, or if those are possibilities. So like in this case, there's a pellet mill that if it starts to get empty, we want to slow down the feed going into the pellet mill. It'll lower down the current a little bit, but we don't want to run out of product if we can help it. And so if we can see just real simple, we can have like some logic that just says like, hold on, I'll do it this way. Do it this way. We can have some logic that's just like if this bit here, this 1/4 bit, like that, then do a move block, and then move or subtract 10% from the set point for the feeder. So we can do something like that. And instead of having to put in my code and create like more complexity in my code, I want to write this block that I'm just going to drag in and put it there and give the data to where it's just like, oh, if that bin gets quarter full, slow down. So, like, try to build it back up. And then the rest of your code can be written with that in mind, that you're going to be using these type blocks and you're going to have this information. And then if you don't have the information, then you can program on the other side. Yeah, so what we're wanting to do is create this status word. Well, the output is not a group of bits, it is a word. So what is actually, this what is actually getting sent out is a word, not a bunch of bits. So what we are going to do is we're going to create a data type of this, and then we are going to overlay this onto that word. Now, if you've ever done this in Semantic Manager, so like the step 7, the previous version of software, it was really simple because it didn't have tags. You were inherently referencing memory. And so all you would do is you would just reference these bits and then call like dbw0, which is this whole thing, but inside of it you would go db 0.00 dbx 0.1. And so in your logic you would use it like this down here. Well, we can't do that in Portal because these technically are kind of getting created with tags. And so we do this little thing inside of our block that I'm going to show you here. And we are going to, where's my mouse? We're going to get over here, and I'm going to show you how to do this. So that's what we're doing. It's called bit overlay. Let me get back over here. And for this, I'm going to want to be on the bottom right. Be over here. Now, I'll tell you, keeping it real on this, I usually have to look this up. And so I may show you the oh, I don't have it pulled up. Dang. Yeah, I don't have it pulled up unfortunately, but there is a support article on the Siemens support website for this, if you wanted to look that up, but I just don't have it up right now, unfortunately. So let me see. Let me go through and we're gonna do this. So the way that you do it, and it's all up here. So we're going to make a static variable. And the reason you have to do it in static is because it has to be able to be retained in the IDB. Maybe we could do it up here, but then you would have to change some stuff. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a static variable called status static, and we're going to call that a word, and we are going to set this value and to set in IDB. Now, the next thing is we're going to use the next line is, and you have to do this set in IDB. The next line, we're going to say status bits, and here we're going to put, type the word A and then select at and hit enter. If you notice, it creates this sort of situation here. And so now whatever we put here, that data will get overlaid onto status static. Okay, and then what we will do in our last network is we will just do a little move block and status static, we're going to move to status output, and that's all we're going to do. But we can do like an array booleans. We could do it this way, and we want 16, so 0 to 15. We could do that and then go in and use it this way. So if you're kind of incrementing an index, you could do it this way, but that's not helpful. That doesn't give us information. You always want to give your future self information so you don't have to think about stuff. And so what we're going to do is we're going to create a PLC data type. And we're going to go through and go all the way over here to PLC data type. There we go. We're going to do add new data type, and we're going to change the name of this to ag bin real status word. Okay. Now I know that I want a full, and then a 75 F, then a 50 full, because we are glass half full people, then 25 full, and we want empty. Okay, so we know we want those, so there's 5 bits. Let's do just for right now, I think that'll work. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We want to go, not enough. So 1, 2, 8. We need 10. Right? Yes, got it. Sweet. There we go. So we've created this agbin status word that has 16 booleans. We're going to save that. And we're going to save that. And now we're going to come back over to our real level, and we're actually going to come in and say agbin real status word. And now we can actually use those values. Hopefully this video has been helpful. If it has, you know, hit that like button and maybe even subscribe for more. But until the next video, always be learning. Bye.